Hi guys, today we are going to work out your kids' exam study timetable. So usually they come home with this and they say, yeah, it's my exam timetable. And then at about 3 or 4 days before the exam, they are in a frantic panic attack because nothing's been done. So let's work it out so that we skip that part of stress. Okay, so we're going to start with today. So today is the 16th. And I want you to write down the dates on this paper. Sorry, that was out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start with the 16th. And you're going to write down all the dates up to the last day of this exam, which is going to be the 26th of November. So you start with today's date and you're going to write out all the dates until the end of the exam. Okay, so I'm going to fill up this page. Next step, you're going to take your exam timetable and you are going to write the dates down. So on the 4th, she's writing Afrikaans, and I'm going to do this. Let's do it in a black kokie so that we know that that is the exam date. And then I'm going to write down everything. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. That's what you're going to do now. You're going to write down everything. Every exam that she's writing in a nice thick kokie so that you know that's your actual exam date. Great. So now you've got your timetable on your calendar and you know exactly when your child's going to write the next subject. I now want you to count back 2 days and in a different color pen. So let's start with pink. So Afrikaans will be on this day, 2 days before that, 1, 2. I want you to write Afrikaans, and I want you to do the same with all the other subjects. So that's going to be, geography is going to be there. So you take the subject 2 days before that, and you write it again in a different color pen. This is the day they are going to do the actual calibration. That's a double check day to see whether maybe they've got a demarcation, whether they've done everything. Just double check everything 2 days before the exam. So quickly fill that in. Okay, so you've counted back 2 days. That's your calibration. Double check if you've done everything you should have done. Now I want you to count back 4 days, and this is going to be your mock exam. And this is going to be my red, okay? That was a pink. Okay, you can write the key at the bottom of your timetable. If you've got space here, just write it down here so that you can actually see what's happening. I'll do that. Let's quickly do that. So we're going to go 2 days. That's calibrate. And then we are going to count back 4 days. And that's going to be a mock exam. Okay, so let's quickly do the mock exam. So we're going to count back 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to write a mock exam for Afrikaans. Okay, you start with the exam. Geography. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. So geography is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Art, 1, 2, 3, 4. Math, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you do that with everything. So on this day, she's going to write a mock exam for Afrikaans. On that day, she's going to calibrate and see if she's done everything, everything's covered, and on that day is the physical exam. So go and count back 4 days from the time that you write that exam paper, and then write that subject there in the red color. Okay, so now we're going to go back 6 days. This will be your last round. So that's going to be the last time you're going to go through your work, and we're going to do this in green. Okay, so 6 days before your exam, you are going to go through your last round. So on the 26th, you're doing Afrikaans. So 26 minus 6 on the 20th, you're going to go your last round for Afrikaans. Okay, and you're going to do that with all of them. Go back with all of them and make sure that you write down all of them. And then when you cross the calendar month here, you can count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So count back 6 days or subtract your 6, and then you'll know on this day you're going to do your English. Okay, do that for all your subjects. Now I want you to go back 9 days. That's going to be your second last round, okay? And you can do that. Let's do it in this funny, is that going to work? Let's do it in a light blue. Okay, so 9 days. That's going to be your second last round. Okay, if you got that. Okay, so you're going to count back 9 days, or you're going to subtract 9, and you are going to get where you want to, and you can complete that on your exam timetable. Great. Now I want you to go back 13 days, and that's going to be a test. This test you're going to write in 2 colors, 2 different colors of pens. Remember what we said. We said that you say, for instance, write everything you know in blue, and the stuff that you guess you're not sure of, you write in red. And then when you mark that test, you know where you maybe have misconceptions, you're overconfident. It enables you to clarify what your illusions regarding what you know and what you don't know are. Because sometimes you are very confident that you know something, and when it's wrong, it's an eye-opener. So 13 days before your exam, you're going to write a test paper. It can be an exam paper, but you're going to treat it as a test to see what you think you know and what you actually do know. So you're going to count back 13 days, and I'm going to do this 13 days for my test. I'm going to do that in purple. So let's start with Afrikaans, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so a week before I even start with my last round of information or studying on this subject, I am doing a test to see what I know and what I don't know. We do not always do the test just before we write the exam. It's good to do it way before you start studying. Okay, so here we count back 13 days, and we do that first mock exam or that first test to see what we know and what we don't know. And we're not going to fool ourselves, because we are going to do this in 2 different colors of pens. We're going to use 2 different colors of pens. Okay, so let's say you're doing geography here. We count back 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And you are going to complete your whole timetable like this, and you're going to write down all those subjects in purple for the date that you're going to do your mock test with your double color pens or your 2 colors of pens. Great. So at this stage, I would like to know what days these are on. So this is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Now I'm going to add my kids' activities. Remember, we do not stop with sport. We still exercise while we do exams. Even if you're in grade 12 or final exams, do that. It's going to be good for you. So you're going to go and you're going to add your activities. and you're going to complete them on this timetable. So when you've got swimming or violin or music lesson, or sometimes the schools stop with things like choir practice, which is great because it takes up a lot of time. But if you have a physical activity, or if you're just going to go for a walk, a 30-minute walk, add it on this on the days that you're going to do this. Now we see that there's a Friday and there's nothing happening here. It worked out that there's nothing happening here. I'm going to talk about this later, but I want you to go and complete your physical activities. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to add our activities. Now you add all your activities on this timetable. Okay, so what I've done now is I've added on Tuesdays, I've added my tennis, and then I've got dancing here and I've got tennis there. So to make it easy, you can write it in a week format. I didn't tell you that when we started, but this is going to make it easier. So you're going to add your activities here. And if you have open days and you feel, well, you know what, this is exam time. On Sunday is not really much, but you think on a Monday they can go for a walk. Then you can add a walk here, or, you know, take the dog out. Do that, add it here if you think there will be time. But get them moving. Maybe ask them to do some trampoline, jumping. Write down a physical activity for them for each day that they can go and do. It's very important. You can do some skipping, take the dog for a walk, jumping on the trampoline, going for a swim in the pool for half an hour at least. Swim and play outside in the pool. It's summer in the south, so write down something there. Okay, so I've just added a few things. Be creative. See what's going to work for you as a parent, or for your child, or for you as a student. Something physical, even if it's 30 minutes, but add it. So this can be 30 to 60 minutes that you do actual exercise. If you don't have a gym, if you don't have a pool, there's nothing wrong with push-ups, nothing wrong with sit-ups, doing some skipping, running 20 meters or 30 meters and walking back. Do that. Do some exercise. You need to move. Okay, so you can add anything there that you like to do or that you think you are able to do. Okay, so what I've done now is I've written down all the subjects that she's going to have to master this year. And I'm starting off, and please don't take this to school. I'm starting off with Afrikaans, which I am not very worried about. There's some studying to do, but it's not masses of content, and I think she will fit it in during this time frame that she's got available. Okay, the same with English, and because she goes to an excellent math class every Friday, I am really not worried about maths. I think that that's covered by her tutor or her teacher where she does extra classes. Okay. Life sciences or biology, physical sciences or chemistry, I'm worried about. I'm sure she'll be able to cover the art. Spanish is a language. I need more time there. I want her to spend more time there. So I'm going to treat this the same as my chemistry and biology. History, I think she'll manage, and geography as well. So I've got 4 subjects that I think is a lot of content. The content load's big. Okay, so I want to focus on these 4 subjects. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look at my timetable, and I'm going to make sure that I add those subjects, and let's do it with a blue pen. And we just do an add. And that's where I want her to start. I want her to start with these subjects, and I want to make sure that she's got everything covered, that her cards are in order, that her pictures or her sketches are all in order. So I want to start with those subjects first. So I'm going to do it here. This is a Friday. It's way in advance, so be careful here. You might have some stuff going on here, maybe competitions and things running. So I don't know about you, but my child will do French on a Saturday. I'm not going to do anything for this Sunday, so I'm going to keep that day open. Okay, so now I've added my 4 difficult subjects there. Okay, on the next Monday, we're starting with our program here. You can see it's still a bit empty, so I am not going to add anything in the exam in blue. I'm not going to do any of my additions in the exam. I've only got 2 weeks to cover what I want to cover here. So I've only got 2 weeks to cover what I want to cover here. So I've got those 4 subjects there, and you can maybe do a repeat here. Okay, maybe I will do just mix it up. Let's do it the same. Okay, and maybe put the French there. Okay, so I've got those 4 subjects back in. Now the other subjects, I can add them because look, I've got one thing going on a day. So I don't want to put that's Spanish and French. I don't want to put another language on those days, or maybe if you want to do interleaving, you can do some languages there. So you're going to go out and you're going to fill those subjects in. You're going to maybe say geography there. I want to do some Afrikaans there. Maybe geography is too, well, let's do it. Geography there. She's got Spanish there. I know she goes for math on a Friday, so I'll put maths there. Because I've done maths, I've done Spanish, I've done geography. I can add some history on a Saturday. And then on the Monday, I've got open. So let's do English and Afrikaans on that day. Okay. And then I can still do art. Where are we going to put art? Let's do the art here. So we've got 2 there. We've got 2 there. We've got 1 there. So this is going to go with math. And I have added the subjects the week before. No specific reason why I did what I did. I just made sure that the content load for those subjects, that they are in twice. Okay, so now we've done this. We've got another day off there. You can keep it open so that they feel that you're taking them in consideration, or that you've got time to go to a movie or just relax and do nothing, because it's going to get real hectic here. Okay, so we've got it sorted out this far. Now I want you to go and have a look. You will see that some of these days are really, really, really hectic. You've got a lot of stuff going on here. I added the physical activities with I circled them. These are your exams, and there's a lot of stuff going on here. You will have calibration of Afrikaans. You will have your mock exam in geography. You will have your last round for art. You're going to have a second last round on your math, and you're going to do some Spanish. That's your test. Okay. If you want to and you get a bit confused, you can write there. You can write Spanish test so that you know what's going on there. Okay, you can create your own codes for the key that you've got here. So this is a hectic day, okay? And I don't like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, you know what? This is Friday. She's used to maths on a Friday. So I'm going to take my maths and I'm going to move it there, okay? This is a Saturday. That's a Sunday. So she's got English there. So maybe let's take that Afrikaans calibration and we move it to the Sunday, and then that day is not that hectic. Okay, don't move it 4 days on. You can move it the following day or the previous day. Don't go and move it too far, otherwise you're going to lose what you've got to do in between. Okay, this is also a hectic day, so I would like to move. I've got maths there and there. As I said, I'm not too worried about maths because she's been working hard. Maybe I can move the Spanish there, and I'm moving it there. Maths, and that's a lot of work. Maybe I'll move the English as well. Yeah, I'm going to move the English as well. So you can talk to your child, see what's going to go and what's going to happen here. Sorry, our electricity just failed. So you're going to move some subjects. You're going to look at the day. If it's really hectic like that day, I would move something. Now she's writing Spanish here. She's got all of that going on there. She's got nothing going on there. So I would like to move something there maybe. So let's take the Afrikaans and we move it there. This is in the exam. Okay, so don't go too far, but move it. And remember, if you move the Afrikaans or the subject here, just make sure that you don't do it after that exam. So just make sure that you're still on track with that. Okay, so now you're going to move the stuff around a bit, see where you can fill up days. Maybe you want to give them a day off and move stuff so that you've got that day off, or that you've got a Sunday where you only do 1 or 2 things. Okay, so that's the moving of stuff. Talk to your child, see what they feel like and what they're up to, and maybe they want to fill up more information here at the top. Maybe they want to add some things here and say, no, Mom, on that day I really would like to finish my physicals, or I want to go for an extra class there. So add whatever you need to add at this stage. Okay, let's just go through this again. You've got your calendar, 7 days. 2 days before your subject, you're going to do calibration. 4 days before you write that exam, you're going to do a mock exam. 6 days before you're going to do your last round. 9 days you're going to do your second last round. 13 days before you write that test or that exam, you're going to do a mock test using 2 different colors of pens. Then you're going to add your activities for each day, and you're going to add your subjects for the first 2 weeks. That's the first week. Okay, remember, this is when we did this. We're going to check the content load and we're going to add those subjects. And then we are going to move stuff around. We're going to move it a bit, a day before, maybe a day after, not too far after, because it's going to buffer when you get to your exams. So then you're going to move your stuff so that you've got your even spread of your timetable. Okay. And then you're also going to check that you've got some open days for your child to relax, or maybe where there's not a huge load. Okay, now what happens is the day before you write the exam, you will see here she's doing life sciences. She's not doing any life science there because she's going to do it in any case. They are going to say, Mom, I'm writing this tomorrow. I need to go through my work. We want them to be happy and settled, and they've done their calibration here. That's why they've got the day off before that day. So they are going to do life sciences there. You must know that. Okay, and they're going to look at their maths there. So you can now go and just, you don't even have to add it. It just clutters everything, but they are going to do that there. They're going to phone a friend and they're going to say, oh, I'm so stressed. I don't know if I'm going to pass this. But that's why we want it to be done and dusted at least a day before, not a day before, 2 days before they write that test, so that if they have to, they can still do something the day before. Okay, this is yellow. I don't know even if you can see it, but that's what happened there. Okay, so the day before they do that exam, you haven't got it written here, but be sure they're going to go and add it and fill it up and do a bit of cramming. And we know we said cramming is not ideal, but we haven't done cramming because we've got all of this here. So if they want to do a little bit of cramming before they write the exam, let them do it. Don't stop them. Cramming works like a dream. We've done our bit. We've worked it out. A bit of cramming here will only be a top-up. So it's okay. Then they can come and sit. Let them do that and say, okay, well, if you've done that, you can now go and you can do your cramming on life sciences or whatever bothers you. Okay. The fact that we've got stuff mixed is great because some of these will just be a calibration. Others will be a mock exam. They will go through cards, they will write test exams, they will do big mock exams. So this is not only a mix of subjects, it's a mix of activities. So it won't be an overload and they will not get bored with it. Okay, so you're going to work on this color code. Once you've done this and you're happy with it, you can rewrite it. And that will be your exam studying timetable. Okay, and then this you will explain to your child, and when it looks like this and it's so full of information, you bring this out because they're going to hate you and they're going to cry and it's going to be a lot of work and they're going to know everything and they don't want to study and they want to be with their friends and hand them one of these. Tell them, suck it up. Last exam, go and do your studying and we'll be ready for next year. Parents, children, students, good luck with the exam. I hope this helped.